What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of MavAttack. We're here to talk about Outlast 2 because some gameplay footage was released from GameSpot, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have this or not, and if I'm not supposed to, I apologize. But credit goes to GameSpot for this. This gameplay is coming from PAX East, so this is brand new gameplay that we're seeing. Oh, and also spoilers, of course, spoilers, because I'm going to be talking about the gameplay and everything, so if you don't want to be spoiled, click off the video, of course. So what you're seeing in the background right now and on screen is a corn chase. The protagonist is running for his fucking life in some corn, and this looks absolutely terrifying. And so there's a few different details about this gameplay that I noticed. The protagonist has a watch on his arm, he wears glasses, you know, he has the classic camera that was in Outlast 1. You've fallen into some sort of canyons or cliffs and have stumbled upon a cult or some kind of religious group that believes that, you know, the hour of God's judgment is upon us, so they are trying to do what they can to spread the word in a very evil way. So the protagonist in this gameplay that we're seeing is looking for someone. He's yelling for someone named Lynn, and we can finally hear the protagonist talking. And a few other things that I noticed in the gameplay, you know, you pick up batteries and you have to replace your battery in your camera, of course, like the last Outlast. But also, cool features that I noticed in the gameplay was that the camera, when you pull the camera up and you're looking through it with your night vision mode or even without night vision mode, you see audio levels, a left level and a right level. And this is an interesting cue for the gameplays. You can kind of use that to see if there's enemies around you that you wouldn't normally hear, I guess, or you wouldn't see necessarily, but you could still hear sounds. And this little feature's got my mind wondering, like, what if there's gonna be like ghosts or something and you're gonna hear voices and your fucking levels are gonna freak out, but there's nothing by you. And so that just adds another horror twist to the horrorness. So the protagonist finds himself in a village or some kind of cult village area with, you know, a barn, farms and little houses and whatnot, but there's crazy people. You hear them screaming off in the distance and they're chasing you down with flashlights, and there's a few different hiding mechanics that they added to the game that they're also showing off. One of the hiding mechanics was actually jumping into a pool of water and holding your breath underwater, and your heart is like pumping and you hear like the audio, you hear like your heart thudding under the water, and that is just terrifying. There's also being able to hide in a, you know, a metal drum barrel, so you can actually jump into the barrel and hide, and you can peek up out from under the lid or look through the cracks in the barrel to hide. So Red Barrels, the company behind Outlast 2, they were very inspired and researched a lot of the Jonestown Massacre for inspiration for their game, and I'm seeing that this game has a lot of influence from religion. As you notice in the gameplay, you see a lot of crucifixes everywhere, a lot of crucifixes, and in one area of this gameplay demo, there's a bunch of little kids burned and killed in this like pit in the ground. So I'm trying to figure out what, you know, where is this game gonna take us? What kind of craziness are we gonna get into? You know, Red Barrels have said that there's gonna be multiple protagonists, so do we go from one perspective and then we switch to somebody else that's doing something and they're all trying to find one person? Or are these two people trying to find each other? I'm definitely looking forward to Outlast 2. I think it'll be a scary time. It might be a game that I decide to live stream and then just, you know, go from there. But we'll see. We'll see once it releases. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the gameplay, some of the things that I was seeing, just about little details, subtle details in the environment, in the gameplay. And the graphics look amazing, of course. Great job, Red Barrels, with just nailing that. What I'm seeing so far is a very scary, very enhanced horror experience. Further enhanced than its predecessor. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you guys found this video helpful in one way, shape, or form, please consider sharing it with one of your friends. Share it with your horror enthusiasts, all that stuff. And if you enjoyed it, attack that like button. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. All you Heat-Mavs stay rad, and all you Sheet-Mavs stay fab, and I will see you guys on the next episode of MavAttack. Motherfucker.
Faces, boo 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 boo. You smell like poo poo, foo foo nana, poo poo doo 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 doo, poo poo caca. What the fuck? I'm just waiting for a video to load. I'm sorry.